back to my channel. So as you can see by the title, in today's video, I will be telling you all 5 tips for your first pop-up shop or any type of pop-up shop, whether it's your first or your 5th or your 10th. Just 5 simple tips that I wish I kind of knew, or I wish that I took into account before I did my very first pop-up shop. Tip number 1 is to know your audience. And when I say know your audience, I'm talking about how much people are actually going to be there. I know when you're at a pop-up shop and you don't really know all the time how much people, but it's a good idea to ask whoever is in charge of the pop-up shop to kind of give you an estimate of how much people are going to be there. This is important because you don't want to not know and then end up bringing way too many products that you shouldn't have, or not enough products. Also, your audience in general. Like if you're going to a pop-up shop and all the other people are selling food and you're selling makeup, you might not fit with everybody else, and that could be a good thing. It could be. You just want to make sure that you're at a pop-up shop that will benefit your business in that particular way. I hope that makes sense. Number 2, this is something that I wish that I did, but I didn't, and I'm gonna try to insert some picture. My table was displayed. I think I have a picture I'm gonna show you all, but make sure you display your Cash App if you're using Cash App, and your prices. This is very important to make sure you have your prices. I say this because if you don't, you will be repeatedly asked, oh, how much is this? How much is this? How much is this? How much is this? And it will get annoying. Please, 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 just put your prices on display so they can just look. And even if you do put on display, people may still ask, but they won't ask as much as they would if you didn't have them on display. I'm in the process of a video. Oh. It's still going. Thank you. Can you go upstairs? Tip number 3 is to make sure that you have enough inventory. Now, this is pretty self-explanatory. When I went to my first pop-up shop, I ended up getting too much. I ended up bringing too much inventory. But you want to make sure that you bring enough inventory, especially if you already know that the crowd is going to be a big crowd. If you do end up running out of products, make sure that you do not run out of business cards or whatever type of cards that you're giving out, because even if you run out of products, the least you can do is give them a card and be like, hey, this is me, this is my website, this is my business. Even though I ran out of products, you can still check me out. Tip number 4. This is just something that I think is, a good touch to your table, is to just have some type of like candy or some type of something free that somebody can just go to your table and walk by, or maybe after they purchase something they can just pick up a piece of candy or something. It's just a little touch that I think can help set your table apart from maybe other tables. The last and final tip number 5, is to stay organized. This tip is very important because an issue that I ran into, luckily I had someone with me helping me with the pop shop, but let's say you're by yourself and you have a bunch of people that come up to your table. You cannot do, of course you cannot, do everything at once. But when I say be organized, is for one, the products that you put on display, do not sell those products that you have on display. Sell the products that you have, in the back behind the table. Those are the products that you sell. An issue that I ran into is that I was just all over the place. Like, I had my products in big like boxes, and of course they were separated by the different flavors that I had. But someone would come up and they would ask for something. Let's say they would ask for like a bundle, and the bundle includes 1 lip scrub, 1 lip balm, and 1 lip gloss. So I would have to, you know, scavenger hunt my way back and try to find, you know, everything that they were looking for, and then bag it, and then put the cards in there. And while I was doing that, you know, sometimes things might get like unorganized and mixed up. So I got to make sure that I remember, like, hey, okay, they have to actually pay for the stuff too. You know, I'm not just giving the stuff out for free. So that's just a really good tip, is just to try to stay organized. And if you do have other people there to help you, that makes it 10 times easier, because one person can be dealing with the money, the other person can be dealing with the packaging, and then another person could be dealing with talking to the customer, you know, explaining your product to the customer, because people will ask like, okay, what are you selling? Da, da, da. Me, I kind of like to just talk to the person before they even have any questions, you know, to ask. Like, I'll just go up to them, okay, this is what I'm selling, da da da. This is, you know, the type of ingredients that I include, is homemade, you know, pretty much explaining your product to them before they even have any questions to ask. That was kind of like a little tip too. I have a lot more tips, and this was only my first pop-up shop that I did, and I learned so much from it, and I cannot wait to do many more pop-up shops. Pop-up shops is a great way to get your business out there, especially if you're doing pop-up shops in different cities, different states. You know, it is a great way to get your business out there, network, you know, meet new people, meet other businesses, get more customers. My first pop-up shop was a great experience, and I'm so glad that I was able to go to it. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was a quick 5 tips. I may come back with another video with some more tips, but that's just what I got for now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to post that notification bell, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.